Welcome to Weston, Missouri, and the Holiday Distillery, home of the McCormick Distilling Company. You're about to explore the oldest distillery west of the Mississippi River, still located on its original site. The story of this site goes back long before the town of Weston was settled. In 1804, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark traveled through the area on their journey to explore the great American frontier. While in the area, Lewis and Clark charted the very first discovery of limestone springs. Little could they know the economic impact that would flow from this water source a half-century later. In 1849, a man by the name of Ben Holliday purchased the land. Holliday had already proven himself a man of enterprise, running successful Weston establishments including a tavern, a general store, and a hotel. But it was the limestone springs that would be the source of his new venture, bourbon. As a native Kentuckian, Holliday had long been familiar with the production of bourbon, and he recognized its soaring demand as America stretched west. With the water from the limestone springs, he knew he had the crucial ingredient to begin quenching America's thirst for bourbon. Holliday quickly transformed an existing building on the site into a still house and distilled his first batch of bourbon in 1856, thus beginning the rich heritage of real Missouri bourbon. Holliday's entrepreneurial success didn't stop with bourbon. He went on to build a stagecoach empire with lines running west out of Missouri. During the Civil War, Holliday was the largest private employer in the United States, eventually earning the nickname the Stagecoach King. The distillery left the hands of the family for good in 1900. Ownership would switch hands several times over the next few decades. The distillery remained active for a short time during the Prohibition, producing whiskey for medicinal purposes. When Prohibition ended in 1933, the demand for whiskey came back in full force. The distillery resumed production and was later renamed McCormick Distilling Company, a name it's operated under since 1942. In 2015, this site was re-established as the Holiday Distillery in honor of its founder and bourbon heritage. After a 30-year hiatus, the distillery has resumed full production of true Missouri bourbon. Constructed in 1839, the original still house has been completely renovated with state-of-the-art equipment. The bourbon, though, that remains the same, cooked with the original recipe, just as it was in 1856. In true bourbon tradition, you'll find our grains cooking, mash fermenting, and beer distilling. Once the distillation process has been completed, the raw distillate is transferred to brand new Missouri-made charred white oak barrels. There, it will age for at least 3 years in one of our original warehouses. It's during this time that the whiskey will develop the distinct flavor and signature color of real Missouri bourbon. In addition to bourbon, we also offer premium products including 5 Farms Irish Cream, 360 Vodka, Roker's Gin, and Tequila Rose, just to name a few. Join us as we explore 160 years of rich American history and the making of real Missouri bourbon. Please remember that due to safety reasons, no photos are allowed in the still house or barrel warehouse. Don't forget to stop by downtown Weston for local shopping, dining, and a cocktail at McCormick on Main after your tour.